right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to do a 40-minute full body mobility and stretch session. We are going to start with a warm up and we're going to end with a cool down, but it's always also going to be stretching. In between, we have four circuits. Each circuit's got 4 exercises, and we're going to do each exercise 40 seconds, and we'll have 15 seconds rest in between to give us enough time to switch to the next exercise or stretch. So we're going to do each circuit 2 rounds. Some exercises is going to require to start the first round. We're going to do the one side of the body, and round 2 we'll do the other side of the body. So remember which side you started with. And we will have 30 seconds rest in between circuits just to explain the next circuit, and it will be good. Let's get ready. All right, there we go. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. All right, so today we are going to do a 40-minute full body stretch and mobility session. All right, I think we've worked hard enough this week. So we are going to do stretching, mobility. It's going to be good. All right, so no equipment needed. Yes, no bands, nothing, just your body, and let's get to it. All right, we are going to start with a warm-up in 10 seconds. We are going to start with high knee march and arm swings. All right, we're going to swing the arms. All right, engaging the core, and we're going to high knee march, and we're going to swing the arms just nice and gently, engaging the core still at all times. That core never rests. All right, breathing throughout. Let's just swing those arms, jump nice and gently. Next up, we're going to go down onto the mat into cat-cow. All right, let's get down on the mat for cat-cow. All right, nice and gently extending the spine to the ceiling and then to the floor, lifting up the head, moving in the natural way. Remember to breathe throughout and gentle movements. Even though this is a warm-up, it is still part of the exercise. All right, here we go. We are going into world's greatest stretch, and we're going to open it up. And we're going to hold. Only on the one side, we're going to hold. World's greatest stretch. I must say, this exercise was really hard for me, the stretch. All right, let's switch to the other side. It was really hard for me in the beginning, 2 years ago. Now I feel confident that it's much easier for me to do. All right, our last one, we're going to be standing. We're going to do hip circles. All right, let's get up.
Last round.
All right, just nice and gently, hip circles. So good. We do need these stretches from time to time. Breathe throughout. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, 30 seconds, set rest. All right, ladies, just a quick explanation. We have 4 sets and then a cool down. We are going to have 2 rounds per set. We're going to have 2 rounds per circuit, 4 exercises. All right, so if we are going to do, let's say, reaches on the one side, round 1, we're going to do the one side, round 2, we're going to do the other side. All right, so don't force yourself to, there is going to be exercises that we're going to alternate on both sides, but some we're just going to hold on round 1 and then hold round 2. All right, So we are first going to start with upper body mobility. We're going to go down into thread the needle. This one we are going to do alternating. All right, like we always do, we're going to alternate thread the needle. First up.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. We're going to work 40 seconds per stretch. So you can be gentle on your body, no need to rush. Feel the stretching, focus on your mobility. Halfway already.
Ten seconds.
Alright, next up, we are going into alternating. Sorry. Alright, take a rest. 15 seconds to get into position. So we are going to do open book rotation. Legs are going to be to the side, arms to the side, and we're going to rotate up and down. Alright. Here we go. We're going to rotate and back down as far as you can go. Only on the one side. Round 2, we will go on to the other side. Stretch it out as far as your arm can go. Just nice and gently. 2, 1, take a rest. 15 seconds to switch into wall angels. Alright, let's get up on our feet. Get an open wall space. We're going to put the heels, the bum, the back, everything against the wall. And we're going into wall angels. You can also do the seated. If you don't have a big enough wall space up top, you can do the seated. The main thing is to keep the upper body, especially the arms, always against the wall. Breathe throughout, engage the core at all times.
10 seconds.
2, 1, take a rest. Alright, we are going to stay standing. We're going to do arm circles. And then at the end, we're going to hug ourselves, stretching it out. Alright, stay standing. Here we go. Arm circles, big arm movement circles. Nice and gently, we're focusing on the mobility of our shoulders. Keep breathing throughout, squeeze the glutes, engage the core at all times. And we go backwards.
Halfway there.
Big arm movement. As the last 10 seconds, we'll hug ourselves. Alright, and we grab ourselves and we hug, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. We're stretching out the back of the shoulders too. 1, take a rest. Alright, we are going back into alternating thread the needle. Alright, here we go.
Round 5.
And we stretch. Alternate as often as you like. Keep breathing throughout.
Halfway there.
Alright, next up we have the open book rotation. We are switching to the other side in the first round. Alright, onto our side. Remember, we are switching to the other side. Alright, here we go. And we rotate open. I don't have enough space here. That is sad. It's okay. I can adjust. And we stretch. Open that book as wide as you can.
Halfway there.
Ooh, this one side is a little bit stiff. A little bit tighter than the other side.
10 seconds.
Alright, next up is going to be wall angels. Ooh. One. Alright, let's get up on our feet. Get that open space. Alright, heels against the wall, bum against the wall, back and arms. Here we go. Rotating. Not rotating. Sometimes I can't get my English words, guys. Oh, it's half a rotation, I guess. I don't know. Keep those arms, the hands, everything against the wall. Keep the core engaged.
10 seconds.
Alright, next up we're going to do the arm swings, arm circles again. One, take a rest. Alright, arm circles this time. If you started to the front, we're going to start to the back this time. Alright. Here we go. To the back or the opposite direction you did in the first round. Big arm movement. Squeeze the glutes, engage the core. And then remember the last few seconds we're going to hug ourselves. Alright, and let's go to the front or to the opposite direction. Alright, and let's hug ourselves. Grab yourself, squeeze as tight as you can. 2, 1, and release. Alright, that was the first set, the first circuit done. Into our second circuit, we're going to do hips and lower body mobility. Alright, so resting. Let's get into a deep squat hold with a reach. Alright, so we're going to hold into a squat as deep as you can, and we're going to alternating reach to the side. Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Into a squat as deep as you can. And then we're going to rotate. Slow and controlled. Rotate. Keep breathing. Keep engaging core.
Halfway there.
Woo.
10 seconds.
2, 1, take a rest. Alright, next up we're going into the world's greatest stretch on the one side. And then round 2 we'll go on to the other side. So let's get in position for the world's greatest stretch.
Round 2.
And here we go. And we hold. Keep engaging the core, keep breathing. Make sure that you face your head upwards to your hand.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Ten
Keep
seconds.
breathing. Two, one, take a release. Let's get down on the mat. We are going to do 90-90 hip transition. The one we always do for a cool down. So let's get on our bum. Here we go. And we're going to let the legs fall to the one side. Do not force the movement. We can alternate between the two sides. Keep breathing throughout.
Halfway there.
Keep breathing.
10 seconds.
Don't hold your breath. Alright, next up we're going to be standing. Alright, take a rest. Let's get up on our feet. Alright, once again we're going to do hamstring sweeps, the one that we are doing quite often lately. Alright, it's a good exercise for the hamstrings, hence the name hamstring sweeps. Here we go, keeping the legs stiff, big arm movement, no need to rush. Keep your back nice and flat. Focus on your muscles, stretch them out.
Halfway there.
Keep breathing throughout.
10 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Alright, back into the deep squat. I know that can be quite challenging to be in a deep squat and then alternate or a twist, but let's give it a try. Alright, here we go. Into a deep squat, and we're going to reach to the side. When you're ready, onto the other side. Try not to tense up the muscles. I do find it easier when you twist your feet outwards.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
2, 1. Take a rest. Gently come up. Alright. Now world's greatest stretch onto the other side. The opposite side that we did in the first round. Alright.
Round 6.
And into world's greatest stretch. Place your head upwards. Keep engaging the core and keep breathing. And we hold.
Halfway there.
Halfway there.
Ten seconds.
Alright, next up we're going to go again into the 90-90 hip transition. Alright, let's take raise. Let's get onto our bum. This time I want us to hold for 20 seconds on each side. And then we're not gonna alternate, we're just gonna hold on the one side and hold on the other. Alright, so holding on the one side, 20 seconds. Keep breathing. Whew. This is such a good stretch. Alright, onto the other side. Do not force the movement. Just let your legs fall as far as it's allowing you. Next up, we're going to be standing for the hamstring sweeps. So good. I love this stretch. Alright, let's get up on our feet. Yeah, that one really makes me feel good. Yes. Alright, into hamstring sweeps. Nice and gently, ladies. No need to rush. Keep that back nice and flat. And here we go. Big arm movement. Breathe throughout.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
2, 1. Take a rest. Alright, set rest. Then we are done with that second circuit, going into our third circuit, which is spine and core mobility. All right.
Yes.
We are going to start with bird dog. We are going to hold on the one side, round 1, round 2, we'll hold on the other side. All right, on our hands and knees, bird dog.
Let's go.
And we're going to point the toes, stretch with the arm, and we're going to hold it there. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Point the toes, stretch out the arm. Make sure that you engage that core at all times. Let's hold it.
Halfway there.
Keep breathing.
Seconds.
2, 1, take a rest. Alright, next up we're going to go into child pose, into our hands and knees, cat cow, and child pose then again. Alright, here we go. First we're going to lean into a child pose, stretch, come up on the hands and knees, extend the spine to the ceiling, to the floor, and then back into a child pose. Onto our hands and knees.
Halfway there.
Extend the spine to the ceiling, to the floor, back into child pose.
10 seconds.
Take a rest. Alright, next up we're going to stay in this position. We're going to go into a bear plank hold and we're going to shoulder tap. Alright, so we're focusing on the core stability. Alright, so knees off the ground and we're going to shoulder tap. Nice and gentle movement, no need to rush. Keep breathing throughout.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Keep going. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, next up we're going to be seated on our bum, straight legs. And we're going to do the alternating seated twist. Alright. Nice and gently, ladies, sitting up high tall. To the side, onto the other side. Make sure that you engage the core at all times. You just bend the body as far as it allows you to. Do not force the movement.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Can you ladies feel that core engaging? 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, back into bird dog, onto the opposite side that you did in the first round. Alright, it's a little bit of a brain workout too, I guess. Alright, here we go. Point the toes, stretch out the arm, and we hold. Keep engaging the core. Keep breathing throughout.
Halfway there.
Halfway. Stretch it out. Point the toes, stretch with the arm, reach.
10 seconds.
Keep holding. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, in the same position, we're going into the child pose, cat cow. Alright, Let's first go into cat-cow.
6,
Extend the spine to the ceiling, then to the floor, and then we go into child pose, back into cat-cow, and into child pose. Don't force the movement, let the movement a natural way. One, take a rest. Alright, staying in this position, we're going into the bear plank. Bear plank hold with the shoulder tap. Alright, knees off the ground, and we're going to shoulder tap. Slow and controlled. Keep breathing throughout.
halfway there. Ten seconds.
Two, one, take a rest. Alright, both legs together, going into this alternating seated twist, spinal twist. Whew. Alright, here we go, side to side. Make sure that your back is upright. Slow and controlled movement. I know I have to tell myself the whole time because we are so used to quick movements with the exercises
10 seconds.
that I sometimes forget to slow down. 2, 1, take a rest, set rest. Alright, next up, our fourth circuit. We are going to do balance and total body flow. We are going to start the single leg balance with a reach. We have done this one before, still resting.
Rest.
It is the one where we're going to balance onto one leg and we're going to reach like this. Alright, it is quite tricky, so you can hold on to something if you need to. We're just going to focus on the one side first. Alright, so we're going to plant that foot into the floor. We're going to bring the back leg up, focus on your balance, focus on your body, and we're going to reach with the arms to the front, and we're going to hold it there.
Halfway there.
Halfway ready.
Ten seconds.
Hold it. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, next up we're going to do alternating knee hugs. Alright, we're going to hug our knees to our chest, standing. I haven't done this one in so long. I did this when I was in high school. Grab the knee to the chest, hug it as tight as you can. When you're ready, alternate, hug it. Breathe throughout. That's also focusing on your balance.
Halfway there.
It's like my dominant side is bad with balance, but it's good with other things. It's weird.
10 seconds.
Two, 1, take a rest. Alright, our next exercise, you're going to go as low as your body wants to go. We are going to go into side rocking, side lunges. Alright, now you only go, if this is as high as you can go, and you just do this, that's perfectly fine. Here we go. You go as low as your body allows you to. Just nice and gentle movement. We just want to get those hips moving.
Halfway there.
Do not force any movement. You just go as low as you can. Keep breathing, keep that core tight. One, take a rest. Alright, next up, we're going to go into an inchworm. We're going to walk it out into a cobra, and we're going to walk it back to the feet. Alright, here we go. We're going to bend down, walk it out into a plank, bum down, up, and we're going to walk it back to the feet and out again.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Remember to breathe throughout. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, next up, onto the other side with the balanced leg. I did this one. Did I do this one? Can't remember. Oh, this one. Alright, here we go. Plant that foot into the floor and we reach with the arms. And we hold. Woo, don't lose your balance. This is my weak side.
Halfway there.
Keep holding.
Ten seconds.
2, 1, take a rest. Oh goodness, I wonder why this leg is so bad. Alright, next up is the alternating knee hugs. I really like this one, the knee hugs. Alright, here we go. Knee hugs, alternating as often as you like. Keep engaging that core still. Don't let that core rest.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Alright, next up we're going to do that alternating side lunge rocks. Is that what they call it? Rock? Lunge rock? I don't know. Alright, take a rest. Remember, you just go as low as you can. Alright, do not force the movement. Alright, here we go. Into rocking side to side. Keep it low. Try not to stand up tall. We keep it low and we just rock to the side. Nice and gently. Keep your back nice and flat. Engage the core.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Keep breathing. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, inchworms to a cobra, next up. Ooh, I like that one. The side lunge rocks, that's a nice one. Alright, here we go. All the way down, walk out, drop the bum, cobra, back to the feet, and out again.
Halfway there. 10
Remember
seconds.
to breathe throughout. 2, 1, take a rest. Alright, that was our last circuit, ladies. So now we are going to go into cool down, but it's still, stretching. Alright, so we are going to be on the floor. I guess you can be standing if you like. I'm going to do them seated. We're going to do the neck stretch first. We're going to do half of the time on each side. Alright.
Let's go.
So we're going to put our hand on the shoulder and we're going to let the neck rest onto the one side. And we're going to hold it there. Let's focus on our breathing. Alright, let's switch to the other side. Put your hand on your shoulder and let your neck lean to the other side. Next up, we're doing the cross-body arm stretch or shoulder stretch. Sitting up nice and tall, ladies. When you're standing up nice and tall. Alright, the one arm across the body and we pull it closer. Half of the time on each side. Still engaging the core. Sitting up nice and tall. Alright, let's switch it over to the other side.
Seconds.
Alright, next up we're going into the tricep stretch. Arm behind our heads. Alright, so the one arm behind our head and we're going to pull it closer. Keep engaging the core. Keep breathing. Alright, let's switch to the other side. My one side is always tighter than the other side. Alright, next up we're going into the seated forward fold. Alright, release. Both feet, legs together, holding onto the knees, ankles or toes. Face your head downwards, relax the knees and behold. Focus on your breathing.
Seconds.
Alright, next up we're going into the butterfly. Alright, both feet together and pull it closer to your body. Sitting up nice and tall, do not force the movement. You just bring those legs closer as your body allows you to. These knees, they might be up here, that's perfectly fine. The more you do it, the more flexible it will become.
Seconds.
Alright, next up we're going to be on our backs. We're going to do the hip flexors, so both legs up straight in the air. Alright, onto our backs.
6.
Let's bring the legs up straight in the air, flat feet, and we push the spine into the floor. Keep engaging the core and we hold. Keep holding. Focus
10
on your
seconds.
breathing. Alright, next up we're going to do side to side reaches, child pose. Alright, let's get into child pose.
Set. Left.
So we're going to start in the middle. And then we're going to walk out to the one side and we're going to hold. And then we're going to walk it back to the middle and onto the other side. And we hold.
Ten seconds.
And then we're going to walk it back to the middle and we hold. 2, 1.
Well done.
And release. Well done, ladies. Well done. Well done.